Dan,
Yes.
we're going to talk about
Across
the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
and you insist
After months.
that we're not actually going to get to it.
I don't think that we will.
I think that we will.
Okay.
But, it's been almost a year, so it's about time for us to start talking about
Finally
it.
get into Across the Spider-Verse.
But we have like 4 things to do first.
We have so many things to do. The first one is an absolutely amazing food heist.
You hyped this one up a lot to me. You didn't tell me what it was, but you said that I'm going to love it.
So this was sent in by several alert readers.
Excellent.
Listeners. Somebody stole about $250,000 worth of Kit Kats.
Oh,
But
all right.
Okay, so this starts.
The cat burglar, KAT.
Which implies that they infiltrated. They didn't. This is the weirdest heist, okay? So there's a company called Boxu that imports Japanese candy and then gives it to people on subscription model.
I've heard of these places.
Yeah.
People like to get their boxes from Japan. It's expensive to order things, so they order in bulk and then make a subscription box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this guy got all of these wacky Japanese Kit Kat flavors.
They're really good.
They are. Like, I've had melon Kit Kats. Those are really good.
I mean, the strawberry is the standout, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone agrees that the fact that they have strawberry and we don't is a travesty.
I know. That's one of the things I love to do when we go shopping in the Asian market is find which are the Kit Kat flavors I haven't tried yet.
And they all they're really small. You have these tiny little Kit Kat.
Yeah.
They're smaller than fun-sized.
So
Extra
this guy imported a ton of them.
Got it.
And at some point talks about how many Kit Kats you can fit in like a shipping container. It was 2 big trucks worth.
Right, $250,000, you say?
Yeah, $250,000 worth of Kit Kats of rare Japanese Kit Kats.
Yeah, I mean, if there is something that is going to draw the attention of the Kit Kat burglar, I mean, you're just asking for it. There's
just asking for trouble.
Very, very few heists that the Kit Kat burglar can participate in, and I mean,
okay,
yeah.
So this story starts. The Kit Kats have arrived. The guy contracts with a shipping company to get them shipped from California to New Jersey.
Did you know that Kit Kat, fun fact that I remember off the top of my head, which means it may be completely made up, but I believe Kit Kat's owned by 2 different companies. One in the U.S.
Cat?
No. No, Cat and Kit.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
That makes more sense.
But no, the UK, the Kit Kat brand is owned by a different company than the Kit Kat brand in the U.S.
Oh.
Look that up for me. Let's see if I'm making things up.
And if that's true, is that the reason that Japan gets cooler Kit Kats then?
I think it might be like there's some sort of Kit Kat. It's like the split in between the Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church that happened,
Is that
right?
what the cat stands for in Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Catholic?
Yeah, and as you didn't know, Kit is actually Eastern Orthodox for, it's like Greek for Eastern Orthodoxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now, yeah. There's the cat.
There's the Kit Kat burglar.
The Kit Kat
burglar. Okay, so the Florida shipping company online contracts with another shipping company to actually pick them up. So it's like there's a fulfillment company that says, okay, you're going to go and you're going to pick these up. It's going to take 2 trucks and you need to take them across country to New Jersey. And this guy says, okay, I can do this. He's from a known and respected shipping company. And so he goes, he picks up the 1 truck. And then the next day goes and, someone else in this company picks up the second load in another truck. And then they just disappear. And nobody knows what's going on. It is eventually long past time for them to have arrived in New Jersey. And the guy contacts this shipping company and says, what's going on? And he says, oh, sorry, our truck broke down in Philadelphia. We're going to have to go back to the origin point, which is California. Apparently, it is easier to return these Kit Kats from Philadelphia to California than just take them to New Jersey, which, of course, raises many red flags.
Right.
So the guy says, well, instead of talking to this trucker, I'm going to talk to his boss at the company, and calls him and says, hey, what's up with your trucker? And they're like, who? And it turns out that this trucker never worked for this company. They have no idea who he is. And so then the trucker, whose name is Tristan, by the way.
Okay.
Tristan contacts the fulfillment company and says, hey, sorry, I'm a scammer.
I'm the Kit Kat burglar.
Yeah. I left the Kit Kats in these 2 warehouses, which was in California. So he took them, drove 30 minutes, dropped them off in a warehouse, and then disappeared.
Okay.
And this is where it gets weirder. So he says he's a scammer.
Why did he call it?
We don't know what the scam is, because this was payment on delivery, not payment on pickup.
Yeah.
So he didn't get anything out of this.
I mean, the thrill of stealing $250,000 of Kit Kats may be enough.
It might just be
For
like
a
a
Kit Kat
thrill
burglar.
heist.
Yeah.
And then he gave the stuff back. So the fulfillment company calls these 2 warehouses, and one of them says, yes, we don't want this stuff. Pay the storage fee and then get rid of them. And so the guy pays the storage fee, contacts a different trucking company, which comes and scams him again. They take the stuff and just disappear. We have no idea where that one truck of Kit Kats ever went to.
Okay, I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Okay.
Tristan is not the cat burglar. He did this and then heard, oh no. It's like that opening scene.
The cat burglar was coming
and like, oh no. The cat burglar will drown me in chocolate and wafers.
I accidentally stole the stuff the Kit Kat burglar wants.
Yeah.
Omar's coming. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So yes, first of all, there was a truck full of Kit Kats. This would be $125,000 worth of Kit Kats that was stolen twice from the same guy.
That's pretty good.
The other load of Kit Kats is still in the warehouse because that warehouse doesn't want this to happen and is demanding proof of ownership. And nobody can prove that they are Tristan, who's the guy who dropped them off, and so they're not releasing them to anybody.
So, wow. Man.
Okay.
So
here's the final weird part about this. The original, what is it? Okay. So they're trying to trace things backwards, like who is actually at fault. And they eventually said, well, maybe the crate company, Japan Crate, which brought the stuff over and then released them to Tristan. Maybe it's their fault because they should have known that he wasn't from the right company. Right. He didn't have the right credentials. So Boxu, the subscription company, announced in September that they had acquired Japan Crate. But it turns out they've actually owned Japan Crate since June, which is before all of this happened.
So they did it themselves.
Possibly. This article definitely does not suggest that.
No, they made the mistake. They may not have heisted themselves, but they signed off to the wrong person themselves upon arrival.
Yes. They
arrived and a person walked up and they said, "Are you me?" And they said yes, and they're like, "Good enough."
Like, okay. They oversaw
Sounds legit.
the theft of their own Kit Kats through a wholly owned subsidiary. One set of Kit Kats was kind of stolen, and the other set of Kit Kats was stolen twice.
One is not. One's more like in escrow or in impound, right? But the others got stolen twice.
I tell you, if I were a warehouse dude and someone gave me like a full truck of rare Japanese Kit Kats, and I just started eating them because they looked good, we can't release these to you because you can't prove they're yours, is 100% what I would tell them.
How many Kit Kats? Do you know how many?
How many individual Kit Kats?
Yeah, they're those little ones. It's got to be a ton of them.
55,000 Kit Kats. I don't know if that is a box or a package or an individual strip.
And is that cost or resale?
That's number 55,000.
Individual Kit Kats.
It cost him $110 to buy them. and then he was going to flip them through a subscription for $250.
If he's buying them at $110, they've got to be the full-sized ones, right? You're not paying $2 for the little guys.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he's going to sell them for $4 and buy them for $2. I mean, that's a good business model. Maybe don't advertise to the Kit Kat burglar.
Well, the fulfillment company that was hiring these two truckers that ripped him off did it through Craigslist. So, if you're conducting your shipping business through Craigslist, maybe that's
I want to see that advertisement. Driver needed for $250,000 worth of poorly watched rare Kit Kats that we will not trace. Please report here. Give us your first name.
Must transport untraceable valuables.
You know, when you told me you didn't think that we were going to get to Into the Spider-Verse, you didn't warn me that you were going to have 11 minutes.
I told you this was an amazing food heist.
Of the food heist. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, the mere fact that I was able to, you saw my eyes light up, that the moment you said Kit Kat, the pun wrote itself.
I know.
The
Kit Kat burglar. We could just call him the Kit burglar.
Why would you call him the Kid burglar? That's the absolute worst way to say that.
Because it's the worst way to say that.
Damn.
You come up with good puns. I come up with terrible puns. This is why we work so well together.
I still can't believe I flubbed the Coiptomaniac. That I couldn't get
the Coiptomaniac. It took us a while.
I had it in my head and I could not speak it.
It was the letter T.
Yeah, it was.
That was what was tripping everyone up.
I mean, but the Coiptomaniac is it just once you get it, it rolls right off. So that's what's frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Like Bearglar is hard to say, even after I know to say Bearglar. Coiptomaniac just.
I love that we are slowly building like the Avengers of animal food burglars.
Well, animal themed. I don't know that the Kit Kat burglar is actually a cat. But on our picture,
on the photo,
but chocolate's poisonous to cats. So is it an assassin? These are so tasty that all cats will eat them, and the Kit Kat burglar knows that they have to steal these in order to poison the royal family of whatever cat dynasty is ruling the underground.
Bunch of like really long-haired white cats, Blofeld's cat. My favorite part of this story is actually just Tristan.
Yeah.
Who I'm going to assume had a change of heart. And he's like, actually, I don't want to scam you out of these. You can have them back. Because he didn't get anything out of that.
Do you think he ate a Kit Kat?
He was just real hungry.
No, dude, you think he tried one, right?
Possibly.
Right? Like
he tried a mochi Kit Kat and was like, I can't sell this.
Like, you do all of that. You've got to, you got to snack on one, right? You got to be like,
I'm to assume.
But maybe not.
Yeah.
Tristan,
so, anyway.
Well, good on you for having a change of heart, but you've caused all sorts of chaos.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe Tristan just really wanted to be a trucker and saw, Tristan's like working some dead end job at like an insurance company. And it's like, what I really want to do is cross the United States as a trucker, and sees this ad and is like, this is my chance to see my destiny. But was so bad at it that he accidentally left the Kit Kats behind and then resigned basically out of shame.
Maybe he called from Philadelphia and he was like, I forgot to hook up the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, alternate theory. Tristan works for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay.
And there was a little 8-year-old boy who wanted to be a trucker. And he's like, don't worry, I got your back.
I thought I had the weird one, Dan. Every time I think I've thought of the weirdest thing, you just...
Yeah, so there you go.
Why did he have to steal Kit Kats in order, like...
Because he wanted to give this 8-year-old the chance to be a trucker, exactly like the story you were telling.
Do that without... Okay, he did all that, but then forgot the Kit Kats.
Well...
Because you can have an...
No, because the 8-year-old wasn't... He had to stay near the hospital. He wasn't going to drive across country. He just drove around L.A. and then... dumped him in a warehouse.
So why pretend to like, why even, like, you could just tell the kid there's $250,000 of Kit Kats. You don't need to actually scam people out of their Kit Kats.
No, because that's part of the wish, is that the kid wanted to eat one of the Kit Kats. because he read that, I don't know. And then, maybe he didn't work for Make-A-Wish. Maybe Tristan is trying to start his own rival Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is why he's on Craigslist looking for trucking jobs.
Okay.
I don't know. I shouldn't make fun of Craigslist, and I definitely am not making fun of trucking jobs. Let's make that clear.
Oh, truckers, they listen to a lot of books on audiobook. In fact, we kind of have an audiobook industry because of truckers.
Yeah.
Without them in the early 2000s, no one would have been buying audiobooks. It was the truckers who'd buy them and share them around and listen to books.
Well, and that's why I wanted to point out Tristan is arguably the good guy in this scenario, because he gave them back.
Yeah. Does that make you a good guy, or does that make you slightly...
It gives you a redemption arc.
There you go.
Yeah. Good guy by the end of the story. Except he won't show up and, like, help them reclaim their second half of their Kit Kats. All right.
I mean, I wouldn't. You get arrested, right? I mean, yeah. Maybe
you don't want to get that little 8-year-old boy arrested either.
Maybe there's something about those half that vanished that would have been terrible for the world, and this was all a plot by Tristan to prevent the mutagenic Kit Kats from going into the wild. He needed to stall for a little while.
So, if you were an 8-year-old boy or 8-year-old girl, because anyone can be a trucker.
Yes.
If you said, "Dear Make-A-Wish Foundation, my wish is to commit freight theft," what would they do? They would probably not let you, right? That's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, they might come up with a scenario where you get to pretend.
Ooh,
right.
That's cool.
You know, if you wrote to them and said, "I really want to be fast and furious. I want to steal a car.
I want to drag a trailer full of Kit Kats behind me on a cable through Cuba."
And maybe they go get Vin Diesel and, pulls up in a sports car and takes you on a very careful drive where you pretend that you have
stolen something. What was I going to say? It was stupid, so I don't need to think of what it was.
Okay. But, I mean, I think the logical result of all this conversation is that Vin Diesel is the Kit Kat burglar, which means
or is it John Cena, because he's done more Make-A-Wish things than anyone else
because it's
in the world.
I think Jack the Carjacking Car, who... Oh, wait, Jack the Carjacking Car isn't Vin Diesel.
No, it's Dave Bautista.
It's Dave Bautista, yeah.
What if Tristan was the truck?
I think we maybe went a little far.
Jack the Carjacking Car and Tristan the Kit Kat stealing truck. Tristan the autonomous shipping truck. Can I read you a couple of letters?
Yes.
Okay.
Please save me from this conversation.
So, first of all, everyone who keeps sending me stuff cites the episode in which I asked for stuff, as if I need proof. Like, here's free stuff, but I have a reason. So on the September 13th, 2023 episode of Intentionally Blank, Dan asked for free stuff. A sword was a suggestion offered up. Here is the start to your collection. And then I opened the package, and it was this butter knife.
That's why that's there.
That's why that's there. I put it on my Nightblood stand from the Kickstarter rewards thing. So I've been given a butter knife.
It holds a place of honor on your shelf of increasingly large number of odd things.
A lot of stuff on that shelf is not even mine, and people just put weird stuff there. How about this? I just listened to the episode of Intentionally Blank where you wanted some free stuff. I'm Vice President of Product Development for Burst Oral Care.
That is not what I expected.
Sent me all the dental floss I will ever need for the rest of my life. I've started, anyone who comes to my office for a meeting, I give them some dental floss.
When you said I'm vice president of whatever marketing, if you watch the video, my eyes light up. Like, oh, and then you said
it's dental floss.
Dental floss. I mean, we all need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, thank you.
He has some product samples to send. Oh, also, he used ChatGPT to write a letter, and it's delightful. I won't read the whole thing, though. So,
okay.
I have some presents for you. Are you excited?
Yeah. Should I be?
People kept coming to my booth during Dragon Steel and given me stuff to give to you.
Well, yeah, I'm a little unavailable at my own convention because of how
Which is fair.
busy things are. Yes.
So I gave you a Ferrari.
Yes, I did get a Ferrari.
There's 2 more Ferraris from the same guy.
Same guy. So 3 Ferraris from the same individual.
Because your friend who collects Ferraris, now you have a Ferrari collection.
I do have a Ferrari collection. Yeah, okay. I believe my Ferrari collection is now bigger than his because I think he only has 2 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
2 Ferraris.
Yeah.
Is 2 Ferraris a collection or a
Well, I
coincidence?
think he's ordered other Ferraris. Ferraris take time.
Okay.
You like, when you're one of these people, you like say, I would like this Ferrari. And they're like, all right, in 5 years, you may buy one. Give us the money now. And you're like, yes, please. I will have that Ferrari in 5 years.
So Ferrari's like Kickstarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
All right. So Ferraris. Yeah.
I have been given for you several, I believe this is a total of 24 bags of Orville Redenbacher movie theater popcorn.
Okay.
For Brandon.
For Brandon.
He may have signed one of the boxes.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I kept asking people to sign
there it is.
stuff.
There
it
it
is.
Yep. Okay. Conager. Thank you for the popcorn. I do like popcorn. This popcorn comes with 2 months free of Peacock.
Well. That's...
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that speak well or poorly of a streaming service?
I'm not sure that my popcorn comes... I mean, it is a good branding, right?
It's
you
good
watch
connection.
movies eating your popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Like when they did... when they did Magic the Gathering Pop-Tarts, which they did.
They did Magic the Gathering Pop-Tarts?
I believe it's Pop-Tarts.
Was the frosting like printed to look like Magic cards?
I don't think so. I think it was just...
They just put Magic the Gathering on the box.
They just put like Jace on the box. Am I right on this? Magic the Gathering...
Did the box come with 5 different colored flavors of Pop-Tart?
I don't think so. I think maybe it got you like a free
most
code to their like...
low effort
but it's like
tie-in.
Pop-Tarts? Like this makes sense, right?
Yeah.
This is like, all right, I'm gonna get 2 months of Peacock when I'm for eating my popcorn with. Do you like microwave popcorn?
I don't. I don't like popcorn because the kernels get stuck in my teeth.
I'm a big fan of popcorn, though I feel like most of the microwave popcorns have kind of they've melded in taste. They all
taste the same.
They all kind of taste a bit the same.
I have to assume that's on purpose, though, right?
Yeah, it must be, right, like convergent evolution or something like that. But when microwave popcorn first came out, because I love popcorn. My mom loves popcorn. So it's a salty food that we
salt and butter.
Salt and butter, and yeah.
It's a vehicle to deliver it to your face.
It's one of the most pure forms of being able to deliver salt and butter, right? So when microwave popcorn became a thing, we tried them all, and they're wild. Like we have standardized on the ones that come in the bags, right? But early microwave popcorn, they were like bowls that popped up, right?
I remember those.
Yeah, and some of them had like clear plastic on the top, and some of them, like I don't know what happened to those.
Remember the stovetop ones that came in a little like tinfoil pie dish?
Yep.
Those were fun.
Did you find Magic the Gathering Pop-Tarts? Was it Pop-Tarts?
I didn't.
Okay, it was
I
something
found a
like
Pop-Tarts card game.
No, then it's not Pop-Tarts.
I actually have the Pop-Tarts card game.
I have one thing right here. It says Legacy Pop-Tarts, but I don't know. It says main deck 60 cards.
Legacy Pop-Tarts are from the first printing.
No. Try Hot Pockets. It might be Hot Pockets. Oh, is it what it is? It's
You don't know what it is.
We had them at the warehouse.
Don't say you know what it is if you have to look it up. Say I kind of know what it is.
Magic the Gathering Arena Hot Pockets promotion.
There we go.
Hot Pockets. Okay. Hot Pockets maybe make a little more sense, but not really. Like what's the tie-in between Magic the Gathering and Hot Pockets? You can't eat them while you're playing.
No.
I think it might be
would
South Park.
Destroy your
I
cards.
feel like Cartman maybe eats them in the Magic episode. I could be wrong about that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh no, that's World of Warcraft.
Yeah, he does. There's a World of Warcraft thing.
There's
but-
got to be
I
a
don't know.
Magic the Gathering episode of South Park, right? It's been around for so long.
Yes, but we can't talk about the episode because it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
We will not talk about it. Then.
It's not child friendly.
Oh.
He just looked it up. Yes.
Well, there you go.
So. Yes.
So
they have chickens that they've trained to play Magic.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
Okay. Sounds great.
Mhm.
My question is, as weird of a marriage as Pop-Tarts and Magic cards are, let's hypothesize. Falsely. Let's be clear about this. This is not an actual business announcement.
Okay.
Let's pretend like Dragonsteel were to come up with a snack food tie-in promotion. You go to the store, you buy your Twinkie, and it's like, join the Cosmere, like printed on the Twinkie wrapper.
Yeah.
What is the snack food?
Well, it depends on if you want something that actually makes sense.
I don't.
Okay, because the low-hanging fruits are pancakes, because Lyft eats pancakes in one, or like actually like a Hot Pocket type thing to make chowta.
Okay, now I
Right.
actually love the idea of like Krusty's pancakes
Yeah.
tied into Roshar.
So along these lines, when
It's
Denny's
storming delicious.
did the Hobbit tie-ins, that like actually kind of worked.
Yeah.
I never went and got their things, but they could make stuff that looks like Hobbit food.
Mm-hmm.
So that one gets but a lot of
Okay.
these.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be the worst possible
The worst possible tie-in.
like Crab Shack. That's not that bad, but Stormlight.
We should stay on brand for being like hopelessly bougie and do a tie-in with like Alaskan king crab.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
It's like, the Chasm Fiend meal, $200. And
Boy.
it comes with a little like cardboard shard plate helmet that you can wear while you eat it.
Who pays $250 for something and wants a cardboard hat?
Stormlight fans?
We're talking about how bougie we are. Cardboard hat.
I mean,
You
it
are
really
not
needs
very
to be
good
aluminum.
at being bougie, Dan.
I'm sorry.
Everyone accuses us of being like that, but you are not very.
Our new restaurant called Ivory Tower. We sell Stormlight Archive branded Alaskan king crab legs.
Or we just, we.
All the beverages are just different metals.
So here's the coolest thing that, food-wise, that I've ever come up with.
Okay.
So I have a friend, Ryan, Dre from Bridge 4.
Okay.
Good friend through college, still good friend. And he had trouble deciding what he wanted to do with life. Like he's one of these people who loves a lot of things, has so many passions. He's so interested. He's currently in the military, in the Navy, is a Navy doctor.
Cool.
Right. But for a while, his dream was to open a restaurant. I said, at the time he lived in Utah, I'm like, open a Southwestern, restaurant. I had the best idea ever where you print the menu on a giant tortilla that you then can order and then eat.
Then you can eat the tortilla.
Isn't that the coolest
That is
idea?
an incredible idea.
Here's your menu. It's a giant tortilla.
And the drink coasters could be little corn tortillas.
Yes, exactly. Like,
This is amazing.
isn't right?
Why
Like,
has nobody done this?
why has nobody printed their menu on a fried tortilla?
Okay,
Yeah.
so hear me out.
Uh-huh.
We have a big convention
Right.
that we do.
Yeah, this totally themes with our convention.
Well, they have some kind of flatbread. The Lift pancakes. We're gonna next year, Dragonsteel 24. We're gonna sell Lift pancakes with like
Programming printed on
yes,
it.
commemorative programming tortillas.
This is how you get from room to room. You have to plan, and then you eat your.
Say, which panel are you going to? Well, let me unroll this tortilla.
No, it was
Oh,
gonna
I
be
already ate the 4:00
It was going to be a tortilla chip, right? Because you want to have like the in your dip, so it's a giant tortilla chip with their menu on it.
Okay.
Burned right in. I'm sure that would work.
When we
would present no problems whatsoever.
When we were just out of college, I was applying for corporate writing jobs all over the place, and I applied at a marketing company, and I had not done at that point any marketing. And for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea when I was submitting writing samples to make one up. And so I made up a like murder mystery game that was the clues were all printed on corn chips. So you sat and talked to your friends,
but you
would sit and you'd eat the chips, and then you'd pick up one that says like he did it. I did not get hired.
You know what? That's
that company.
That's a better idea than mine.
I don't know if
it's
that's
also
true.
Worse.
Oh, it's definitely worse.
It's better.
In what way is it better?
Better because like the biggest challenge to mine is that menu's not going to stay in one piece, right? Right? Like,
but it's not supposed to stay in one piece.
No, but like you would have. How would you like the server leads you to your booth, right? And gives you menus. Half of them would be broken already.
Well, that's why you don't print them on the chips. You print them on the big Cafe Rio, like 1.5-foot tortillas.
Okay.
And then
they can roll them and dip them, and you don't fry them. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Somebody's missing out by not doing that.
Yours, I said, was a little bit better idea because they would retain their structural cohesion a little bit better.
Because it only needs one sentence.
Yeah.
It's like Colonel, what's his name, has a secret bank account.
But it's also a terrible idea because by the time that got to consumer, they would just be powder in the bottom of whatever box you've shipped them in.
Most of the chips survive the process. Just the vital clues are the ones destroyed at the bottom of the package. Anyway.
Putting a shelf life on your board game is a great idea.
It's a really good idea.
It's a really just...
You can only... Hey, speaking of board games.
Oh. There's more?
Happy birthday to Brandon.
There's unicorns on it.
Yes. My friend Abby wrapped this, and my 8-year-old daughter stuck unicorn stickers all over it.
Okay. I guess my birthday is coming up very soon.
Yeah, I think that by the time this airs, it will already have passed. I saw this on a shelf, and I thought, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And then I imagined you opening it on camera, and I bought it instantly.
Is it a picture of my face?
Of course not. Your face is wonderful. Believe in yourself, Adam.
He told me he had a birthday present. I was expecting a sack with soggy fries or something like that.
No.
I was not expecting a wrapped present that has been lovingly adorned.
Definitely notice the bottom of the present has the sticker page with all the unicorns taken out of it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
My 8-year-old was very proud of that and thought it was very funny.
It's the way to upcycle. Right. All right. I am. What the? Salt Lake City on board.
That is Salt Lake City Monopoly. But it gets better.
Because it's off-brand Monopoly. They didn't even go for the Monopoly branding.
It's not even Monopoly branding. And also, if you read the back, this thing was designed for a charity drive to raise money for one of our sister cities, which I think is in Mali, which means that all the spaces on the board are just whatever dumb Salt Lake City companies
bought them?
Bought them.
I mean, did you give me this on purpose to make up for the fact?
I think Abby must have put that in the box.
Abby,
so
thank
that
you.
Could have that.
This is amazing. I love these.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, this is Miss Hartnote's Little Helper potty training charts. Recurring accidents are normal, so please be patient.
This, to be clear, is not affiliated with Salt Lake City Monopoly.
What?
I don't know.
What?
We're blaming this on Abby. I don't know what she stuck in there. As soon as I bought it, she said, "Can I please wrap it?" I did not. Foolishly, I did not think that she was going to give you potty training
I thought you
stickers.
were brilliant
No,
because
I'm not.
but no. Okay. All right.
Okay, so check out some of those
All right.
spaces
There's
on the back.
The spaces. All right. So
My favorite one is the one in the corner.
UtahBrides.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I think sells like
Bridal
wedding
stuff,
dresses
it
and
just
stuff,
doesn't-
but UtahBrides.com.
It really sounds like
Yeah, so if you want to mail order
Yep.
Mormon wife, we can hook you up apparently.
all right. They didn't do so yeah.
I love, and whatever boardwalk is, like the most important board on the space, is just whatever law firm
So here's
paid
the
them
thing.
a bunch of money.
Most of these are legit. Like legit being like if I was going to say like in Utah, what are businesses that you would want? Like I mean, the Salt Palace Convention Center is
that's a good
is
one to
of
have
them,
on there.
right? Makes sense.
Gallivan Center.
Yep. KSL TV makes sense. Right.
Rocky Mountain Chocolate Company on there.
I'm not sure. The U is on there.
Who I would have expected. To be on.
BYU isn't.
Well, they didn't.
It's not Salt Lake.
It's not
so
Salt Lake.
yeah. But Slick is and LDS Business College is. The Family History Library is, and then another legal team, random legal team. But Primary Children's, Intermountain IHC. I don't think Rocky Mountain Chocolate is, but Utah Truffles is.
Okay.
So, Leatherby's Family Creamery, it's a good place.
Is Leatherby still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got 2 locations or 3 in Salt Lake. They're great.
Well, there you go.
If you're in town and you like ice cream, that's the one I can give a hearty recommendation for. They're good.
Leatherby's.
Yeah.
Leatherby's was amazing when I was in high school. I didn't know
Yeah.
they were still here though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume,
Okay.
I choose to believe that whenever you have visitors come in from out of town, you're going to introduce them to the state by playing that game with them.
I mean, yeah, the fact that it's a bunch of businesses does make it a little less like, wouldn't it be so nice if it were like Zion National Park and things like this? But
yeah.
okay. Dan,
Yes, sir.
I think I can one-up you on weird gifts.
On weird gifts?
You have set the bar pretty low.
Okay.
So we'll just say that.
Well,
Say.
fine.
How's that, Ben?